Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share about a January 6th convict, 26-year-old Maryland resident Bryan Betancur. He's a repeat offender and he's back in trouble again. By the way, he now goes by Bryan Betancur Battisti. Apparently, he had the name changed. Legally, he added that last name last year for some reason. I'm going to call him Betancur, though, because that's how you all knew him from his previous videos that I've shared with you. And to refresh your memory, Betancur is a self-identified white supremacist. He is affiliated with numerous extremist groups. He is a wannabe Proud Boys member, because of course. And when Betancur took part in the Capitol attack, he was already on probation. He was wearing an ankle monitor at the Capitol because he was on probation for burglary. And this is a guy who has talked about murdering people and being a, quote, lone wolf killer. Investigators also found that Betancur researched mass shootings. He's made comments about his desire to carry out school shootings, to shoot up churches. He wants to run people over with a car. So Betancur's probation for burglary was revoked. He was ordered to serve his previously suspended 18-month sentence because of his part in the Capitol attack. And then, unfortunately, regarding to the Capitol attack itself, his January 6 crimes, Betancur was allowed to plead down to a misdemeanor of entering a restricted building. So he was sentenced to only 4 months in prison and 1 year probation for the January 6 case. So he's been out of prison for a while. He's been off probation for the Capitol attack for about 7 months, and he's now charged with new crimes. Because I swear, you leave these people alone long enough, they're going to shoot themselves in the eggplant again and again. So here's the deal. Evidently, an activist named Brianne Chapman, she attends a lot of the January 6 hearings. She goes as a counter protester. She goes against the January 6 sympathizers. So good for her. So Chapman and Betancur, for some reason, they have some sort of beef. And so they each took a restraining order out against each other. Well, Betancur recently was seen entering a courtroom and Chapman was already there. So even though he saw her in the gallery, he refused to leave. So Betancur has been arrested. He's been charged now with 3 counts of violating an anti-stalking order. And the prosecutor wanted to hold Betancur pending trial, but the judge refused. D.C. Superior Court Elizabeth Wingo was the one presiding over this case. She said she didn't think that the prosecutor made a strong enough case to keep Betancur locked up, but she did order that he wear a GPS monitor. And she said, if pretrial services says, yeah, he's eligible and he should, then that's what she wants him to do. And then the judge warned Betancur that she will lock him up if he continues to break the law. She said, quote, "I want to be 100% clear here. If you violate a law and an anti-stalking order is a law, then I will lock you up." So we'll see if he can keep himself out of jail this time. As for the new charges, though, each of them comes with a potential 180 days in jail. So if he's convicted, if the judge sentences him to consecutive jail terms, he could spend another, year and a half behind bars. Clearly, this is someone who needs it, or he needs additional mental health treatment. That was ordered by the judge in the January 6th case, along with his sentence. But this guy is a hot mess. He needs more help. He was even kicked out and barred from the courtroom of Judge Carl Nichols. He said for several months he cannot come back into the court because his behavior was so outrageous during a hearing for another January 6th defendant. And Judge Nichols, you might recall, he is a Trump-appointed minion. He is a January 6th apologist who has bent over backwards for these criminals. So if he thinks that this guy was a problem, then he must have been really bad. So anyway, I'll let you know what happens. Betancur is due back in court in April. He is going to be booked at that time. And then also he has a status conference. So I'll let you know if anything interesting comes up, and I will definitely let you know when and if he's sentenced in this case. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.